Yo, what is good, everybody? I'm your boy Jijiro, and this is my leveling guide for Druid in Diablo 4 for Season 4. Let's get right into it. And the first thing we're getting into here is the 3 aspects that you need to make this build come online. Now, the first aspect we're going to talk about here is the aspect of the Changeling's Debt. And we're putting this aspect on our necklace piece, which gives us a flat damage increase to dealing damage to poison and crowd-controlled enemies. The second aspect that we're going over today is the aspect of the Ursine Horror. And we're going to put this aspect over on our ring piece, and this makes Pulverize an Earth skill. And the third fundamental aspect that we're going today is the Shockwave aspect. And we're going to put the Shockwave aspect on our second ring, and this allows Pulverize to do increased damage. And as a bonus aspect, we're going the Blood Boiling aspect. Now, Pulverize is our core ability, and it's always overpowering, and this just adds additional overpowered damage to your build. Trust me, you're going to want to go this and put this on your one-handed weapon. And as for the defensive aspects, we're simply going the Juggernaut's aspect, and we're putting this on our pants piece. And what the Juggernaut aspect does is it gives us a flat armor increase, and armor reduces the damage we take. Well, that does it for all the aspects. Let's move on to the primary and secondary skills next. As for our primary skills, we're going Claw, and we're going the version of Claw that applies poison damage. Moving down to our core abilities, we're going Pulverize, and we're going the version of Pulverize that stuns our enemies. Moving down the list to the defensive skills, we're going Earthen Bulwark, and we're going the version of Earthen Bulwark that fortifies us. Moving down to our companion skills, we're going Poison Creeper, and we're going the version of Poison Creeper that increases our critical strike chance to enemies entangled by Poison Creeper. This is absolutely huge for clearing waves of enemies with Pulverize. Now moving down to our Wrath skills, we're simply putting a single point in Trample for the Unstoppable proc. And then moving down to our ultimate skills, we're going Petrify. And then finally for our key passive, we're going Bestial Rampage. This way we get increased attack speed while in werewolf form, and then we get increased damage while in werebear form. And don't forget to put a full 5 points into Pulverize. Alright guys, so that was the primary skills. Let's work our way back up the tree and go over the secondary skills next. So we're putting a full 3 into Natural Fortitude so that every time we use a shapeshifting skill, we get fortified. And then we're putting a full 3 into Quick Shift so that every time we use shapeshifting skills, we increase the damage we deal. Then we're putting a full 3 in Defiance to increase the damage we deal with Pulverize to elite enemies. Now moving up the tree, we're putting 1 into Neurotoxin, but what we really want here is Envenom. And we're putting a full 3 into Envenom to increase the critical strike damage we deal with our companions and ourselves. Then we're putting a full 3 to increase the damage we deal with Earth skills. And then we're putting a full 3 into Stone Guard, so that when we're fortified, we deal increased damage with Earth skills. Then we're putting 1 into Mending, but what we really want is Provocation. And we're putting a full 3 into Provocation to guarantee an overpower proc every 16 seconds. Then moving up the ladder, we're putting a full 3 in Clarity to increase the critical strike chance with our core ability. And then moving up the tree, we're putting 1 into Predatory Instinct, but we're putting a full 3 into Iron Fur to give us damage reduction while in werebear form. And then moving up the tree again, we're putting 1 into Heart of the Wild, but what we really want here is Wild Impulses and Abundance. And we're dumping a full 3 into Wild Impulses to increase the damage we deal with our core skills, however it costs more Spirit. And then we're dumping a full 3 into Abundance to make our basic skills generate more Spirit. And of course, guys, you know I got the full build over at Mobalytics. If you want to see everything from the assigned skills to the skill tree to the Paragon board, I got it all there for you. I also have a mystery build here. It's called the Mystery Giga Bear variant. I suggest you check it out. So that does it for all the primary, secondary, and the Mobalytics plug. Let's go over the Paragon board next. Now, guys, with Druid, it's my favorite class for a reason, because the world's your oyster when it comes to this Paragon board. For the Paragon board, all you simply want to do, again, is carve your way to the glyph sockets on either board. And the secondary board we're going here is Heightened Malice. And as for our glyph socket, we're going Fang and Claw. I know usually people go Exploit here, but I want to keep it interesting. And this increases the damage we deal while in Werewolf or Werebear form. And the second glyph we're going here is Earth and Sky, and it simply increases the nature magic we deal to crowd-controlled or vulnerable enemies. And guys, don't forget to work your way to the Overturn node here, because it increases the damage you deal to elites by 16%. Alright guys, that does it for the Paragon board. Let's go over the Druid Spirit Boons next. So as for the Spirit Boons here, we're going to go Wariness to reduce the damage we take from elite enemies. Then moving down to the Eagle board, we're doing Scythe Talons and we're doing Iron Feather. Scythe Talons increases our critical strike chance, and Iron Feather increases our maximum life. And then moving down to the Wolf tab, we're going Pack Leader. This gives us a chance to reset the cooldown on our Poison Creeper. And then finally down to the Snake tab, we're going Obsidian Slam, and this will give an Earth skill the chance to overpower every 20 skills we use. Well, that does it for the Spirit Boons. Let's go over some quick tips to level quick in Season 4. Now, my first tip for leveling up quick is always check your seasonal blessings and your seasonal rewards. Along the way of your seasonal journey, you'll get something called Smoldering Ashes, and you want to invest this into your seasonal blessings. And the first seasonal blessing that you want to invest into is the Urn of Aggression. This simply increases the experience you gain by 20% by investing those Smoldering Ashes. And then the second urn you want to invest your Smoldering Ashes into is the Urn of Iron. This will increase the reputation gain you get with the Iron Wolves. Now guys, my second tip here is the fastest way to level in World Tier 1 and World Tier 2 is do the Helltide. Not only do you get a crazy amount of loot and experience, but you also get that reputation with the Iron Wolves. And with the Iron Wolves comes rewards, and these rewards are what you need to earn to get you on your way to level up very quickly and also get those key aspects to make your builds come together. Now, if you absolutely enjoy the Helltide, I suggest you do it through World Tier 3 and World Tier 4 as well. However, I also found that I was getting a lot of experience from collecting Grim Favor. And when you collect Grim Favor, you can also hand that over at the Tree of Whispers to get more loot and more experience. And guys, another thing once you get to World Tier 3 and World Tier 4 is don't forget to do the Nightmare Dungeons. You get a crazy amount of loot and experience in those as well. And you can level up your glyphs. And while we're here, don't forget to pop your potions, guys. When you pop your potions, you get experience gained. It's definitely clutch when you're trying to level fast. As you can see here, this one grants me resource reduction and I get increased experience by 8%. Simple math. So guys, that was my quick leveling tips, but this is the part I love the most. This is where I get to show you guys some gameplay in World Tier 4 Helltide. Okay guys, here we are in World Tier 4 in the Helltide, and this is an objective that you can do. It's called the Ravenous Soul Spire. So you can activate this. What you have to do is pretty much just stay in the circle and while it drains your life and not die. So I'll be back as soon as I can complete this. Everything around you just kind of melts. We leveled up. Let's see how far we can get here, guys. Oh, yeah, way too hot. But as you can see, you can survive in World Tier 4 with Sacred's on in your leveling experience. Alright guys, I normally don't do this in my videos, but I thought I'd show you some rotation here. So what you want to do is you want to walk up, start clawing the enemy. As soon as you get some spirit, drop that poison creeper, and then just start pulverizing away. Pretty simple stuff. Pop your Petrify to stun enemies. You'll be clearing packs in no time. Alright guys, so that was a Helltide in World Tier 4, but what kind of video would this be if I don't do some wave clear and single target damage next? Alright guys, here we are in the dopamine tunnels, and I'm showcasing the Giga Bear variant of this build. Now the beauty of this build is that you don't have to swap any aspects out. It's simply just swapping around a few skills, and you can go this build. And all I did was I switched our key passive from Bestial Rampage to Ursine Strength, and I dropped the 3 points in Abundance, and I dropped the points in Claw. And then I reinvested them into Windseer and only 1 point into Enhanced Windseer. And then those remaining 4 points, I only dropped 1 into Natural Disaster, but I dropped a full 3 into Resonance. Now this will triple the damage we deal with Pulverize every time we use it after Windseer. And as you guys can see here, it's the same aspects. We still got the Changelings aspect and we still got the 2 Pulverize aspects. Alright, here we go. Charge in, boom. Drop some Windseers there. Start getting our Overpower. Overpower just hits for so much damage. And smash. Perfect. Okay, cool. We got a big group here. I'm just going to trample to get out the way because I'm taking way too much damage there. Drop that Poison Creeper. Drop that Overpower with our Pulverize. Beauty. I must wait a moment. Alright guys, here we are at World Tier 4, end of the Dopamine Tunnels, and I'm going to demonstrate some single target damage next. And did you see that? Crazy. And we got an Ancestral Helm. Alright guys, so that was some World Tier 4 wave clear and single target damage with the Giga Bear variant. Alright guys, the reason I showed you 2 variants of a build there is because I thought it was dope that you don't have to switch out any aspects. All you have to do is switch out a few skills and you can get a different variant of the same build. Now if you guys like moving quickly and getting through the game a lot faster and using Pulverize a lot more, so more DPS, go the Wolf Bear build. However, once you start grinding the late game and you're starting to level up those glyphs and go through those Nightmare Dungeons and you need a little bit more single target damage, I suggest you go the Giga Bear variant. Anyways, Druid's my favorite class, guys, and I thought I'd show you 2 builds in one. But that's enough blabber. Let's go on to the build summary next. Now guys, for the basic abilities here, you can go Windseer or Claw. But for our core ability, we're going Pulverize, then we're going Earthen Bulwark, then we're going Poison Creeper, then we're going Trample, and then we're going Petrify as our ultimate ability. As for the aspects, guys, you can go back to the beginning of the video and I'll chapter it there for you. And as for the Paragon board and the Spirit Boons, guys, you can go over to Mobalytics. You can check out the whole build there. And on Mobalytics, I have both versions of this build. Well, that does it for the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. And don't worry about liking and subscribing. If you simply found any value in this video, that's all I could ask for. Well, I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm your boy Jiro. Sign out for now. Peace.